y'all. I thought I'd share some of the hard work on a farm. It's the 6:30 tonight, and I've been going since 6 this morning, and I've got this straw to unload. It's gonna rain in the morning, so I want to get it unloaded before tomorrow. Um, so that's the hard work on the farm. I'm gonna let the horses out first, so I'll walk you through some of the other things I got to do tonight, and talk about some of the long days on the farm. But all is good. It's keeping me in shape. All right, I'm going to let some of the horses out on pasture. Not Star. Star founders easily, so she cannot have spring grass. So I'm leaving her in the stall. I gave her her own food. These guys who are totally begging. Go on, Lexi. Today's Lexi's birthday. I can't remember how old you are. I think you're 20. Go on, get. I like to give them a little bit of grass before they go out. All right, I was trying to videotape and feed horses at the same time, which I realize I can't do. I like to give these guys just a little bit of hay before I let them out on pasture. Just gives them a little roughage in their belly, especially in spring. I'm extra paranoid of them getting too much sugar. And so that's why I'm letting them out just a little bit in the morning and a little bit at night. These guys are up to at least 2 hours. They're pretty safe. Just keeping Star inside because she has foundered before. So all right, I'm gonna go open their gate and they'll come on out. Comes Biscuit and Freedom. I kind of put up that temporary fence so they don't go down to the other pasture. Freedom is kind of a jerk to Lexi over there, so she waits until he goes out to pasture. Sometimes he just stalls right at the gate because he likes to pick on her. Biscuit knows where she's supposed to go. Here they go. It's windy tonight, so I think there's a bag on the fence that has them a little gun shy. So Lexi waited until Freedom was out of the way because he's a jerk to her. She knows how to handle it. Right, Lex? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Lexi. I think you're 20. I'm going to have to look it up. You're an old girl now, maybe even 21. I think you might be 21. Go on, he's not there. Go on. Go on, you can do it. Here, I'll go get that bag off that fence. I think she's like, there's a bag or something on the fence there. See it? It's very scary. It's very, very scary. There's the Mustangs. I'll let them out next. They have a different pasture. We haven't put them together with the older horses yet. And they just don't know the fences yet. Bella, mine, jumped over, had a temporary fence over there in their little pasture, and she jumped over it the other day. It's one of the nettings. So she's just totally a teenager. She's just gonna stay there. All right, I tell you, I'd rather just sit here and watch the horses eat on this beautiful pasture instead of unloading that straw. See how long I can delay that straw unloading. Oh, good look at that whole tonight. Open these doors up. The wind died out after I went and loaded it up. At a farm today. Decided to eat before unloading. I got to move this thing out of the way. And then I probably won't show you me backing into the barn because I am not the best backer.
This is the farm where I picked up the straw. I was noticing all the dust in the air. It's crazy. This is why I plant cover crops to not have my topsoil blow away.
All right, giving the Mustangs a little bit of hay before they go out to pasture. Let's go open their gate. See, they have this little side pasture. I had been using it for. It's very close to my yard. back in the other day. She's a defiant teenager that she is. Did not want to come back in. Bella decided to jump over that instead of come in like I asked her to. They like their pasture. So they're up to an hour. So while I go unload straw, they can enjoy some pasture time. Bella is so strange. She like puts her nose as close as possible to hot wires. She isn't there, but she's like eats as close as possible to the fence. It's really kind of bizarre. It's a pretty girl. It's getting big. They were both thin when they came here. Not so much anymore. Poppy is not mine. I have a border. She's Julia's. She's getting some dapple. They're getting their summer coat, which is nice and shiny. Look at how beautiful. There's the sheep. The sheep are always watching me too. Where is our food giver? Always keeping an eye on me. Look at the little ones up and down that little hill. I'm glad I got that little mud hill for them. I did put out fly predators last week, but it's either they're really getting Bella, the fly sprayer. I put fly predators out and other things to control flies, but they're in the winter. All right. Once again, I'm procrastinating getting to that straw and put it. All right, I actually backed that in there faster than the last time. I'm getting better every time I practice. So I'm going to put it next to this straw. I was almost, I go through it pretty fast. So hopefully this might last me through winter. We'll see. If I start kicking them out on pasture more often, I won't use as much. A couple weeks ago, I picked up some more hay because I'm still feeding the horses some hay because of Star's founder issue. And then when it gets muddy, I keep him in, and he's not going to be able to get me more hay until after second cutting. So, that could be July. So, my contractor guy who has cattle and stuff has this alfalfa hay. So, I picked that up. So, I had to unload that a couple weeks ago, and those are like 80-pound bales. So, he packs them tight. So, I am getting some exercise with all of this. My normal hay guy stacks for me, which I love. He went all the way to the ceiling this winter. This whole section was full. So it'll probably be empty besides where the straw is when he comes back this summer, hopefully to fill it up for winter. I finally gave them something to eat because they were just noisy as heck begging me. All right, I got to get to it.
So while you watch me work, I thought I'd chat at you a little bit. I'm trying to make an improvement in each of these videos. I'm not the best editor and just trying to do better. So I put a mic on when I was outside, trying to improve the audio, and it was just the crazy wind just didn't help the audio. So I apologize for that. So I'll put captions on that video when I'm outside. And just commit to you that in every video that I do, I'm going to try to do them better. I tell you, those straw bales are supposed to be light. These were really heavy, but it is somewhat rewarding to watch this get done, the physical work of it, and then see a project done. I tell you, you sleep well after you do this. And I'll go on because then my mic stopped working, so then this video doesn't have audio either. So those horses, because of the wind, they didn't go out on the pasture. So I don't know why Poppy and Bella weren't out on pasture, and I think it was the wind. Here I'm showing you I got some new gates from Lakeland that I'm going to install into the barn. I'll show you that upgrade in the barn in a later video. I'm pretty excited about that. So Lexi, Biscuit, and Freedom also came up from pasture. They were scared of something. It was, like I said, it was extremely windy, so maybe that was it. So they didn't go out on their pasture either. And you notice the big pile of manure. That's just wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow of me cleaning up after the horses every day. And I spread it on pastures about once a quarter. So the work of the farm that goes into it, I certainly probably have more manual labor than I do riding the horses. Here I'm putting Osage back in her sheep barn, just closing everything up for the night, getting ready to head to the house, but still lots to do. Got to feed Tuffy, that's Tuffy the cat. Got to get the sheep in, got to feed them, got to make sure there's some water. So there's the sheep not in the barn and not wanting to come in. So I have to encourage them in every night. Usually at dusk they want to come in, but there's always some stragglers. So I'm pushing them into the barn so that I can shut the door. So I put them in at night because of coyotes. So it's for predator protection. So it does cause extra labor. So someday when Osage is old enough, maybe they'll be able to stay out all night. This also causes me extra work of watering them inside because the automatic waterer is outside. But there they are. They're enjoying their barn life. And that's the maternity ward in the back there. We still have one in there. And I started doing buckets of water because I was afraid the lambs, if they got into that tank, maybe they would drown. So now I'm just carrying them buckets to get them through the night. Eventually I'll fill that tank back up, which will save labor. So you're always kind of looking for labor efficiencies on the farm, but sometimes you just kind of got to do the grunt work. So I do still keep Osage separate from the sheep at night. I don't trust her 100%. So she gets this side of the barn, and that door I open so she gets access to the barnyard at night and patrols the barnyard and still keeps the sheep generally safe. Eventually they'll all be together 24/7, but she's still on supervised sheep time. So I'm finally getting ready to walk up to the house, and I clipped a horse lead on King because after dark he tends to take off, and I don't want him to face a pack of coyotes. So today was a heavy duty day, but I am grateful and excited to go take a shower. This is farm life.